Harmony MB.
Hey, what's up out there? So, in this video, I'm going to be doing another album cover review. I've done this one time before in another episode, and I did Backstreet Boys. So what I did was I basically went through all of their studio albums. I gave you my thoughts on the album covers, and then I gave a rating. So I'm going to be doing the same thing in this video. Naturally, seeing as I did Backstreet Boys last time, I'm going to be doing Nsync this time. Especially because my audience really likes boy bands. I'm a big boy band fan too. I'm pretty open about that on this channel. And so, without further ado, let's start with the first album. So the first album is a self-titled album, simply called Nsync. Now, we got the guys in a very boy band pose, especially the pointing like this, and the hand gestures like this and stuff like that. Very boy band. If you looked at teen magazines from back in the day, a lot of these poses were seen by the boy bands. I like the big bold N. I think it's kind of cool. The letters are kind of cool. I would give this maybe like slightly above average. I'd give it like a 6 or something. There's not like a lot to say about it, but I think it's a nice photo. I like the big bold letters in the center. I think for a self-debut album, I think it's pretty nice to have a photo of the band because you're being introduced to them. So I'm going to give this like a 6 out of 10. Now this album got a re-release when the band started rolling. They recorded new singles. I think this one's better. We got the band not together this time, but individual shots. And these shots are in these slim rectangles, which I think is an interesting shape. I kind of like how it's black and white with a bit of a brown hue. We have the debut of the star in the Nsync lettering, which they actually keep for the rest of their career. I like the colors, I like the photos, and the brown hue I think is pretty cool. I like the stripes too. The stripes I think add a nice look to this album. All in all, I'm going to give this album cover maybe a 7 out of 10. So the next studio album is their Christmas album, Home for Christmas. We got the band in a pose once again, all together, and we got some Christmas themes in this photo. We got some mistletoe, and then we got like the star looking kind of shiny. I like how the star has a little bit more detail in this photo. I like the thinner font for the Home for Christmas. I think it gives it more of a holiday feel for some reason. I think this is a nice photo. Everybody's got a nice smile. I'm gonna give this maybe like a 6 out of 10. So the next studio album is No Strings Attached. This one was a big one for this band. So right out of the gate, this is a very memorable particular album cover. We got the band posing as if they are marionettes, and each of them have strings as if they were puppets. I like the colors. We got the star once again, which actually became, I think, like something signature for Nsync. But I like the poses, I like the composition, and I like the staging. It looks like the typical scene of puppets where it has like a stage. I also like that the title's on like a rolled out kind of scroll kind of thing. I'm gonna give this album cover maybe like a 9 out of 10. I think it's really cool. If we compare it to the other album covers, I think this one pops. So lastly, their follow-up studio album is Celebrity. Now, Celebrity has a lot to look at, which I'm a fan of, but for some reason it looks kind of awkward. I think like it's overcrowded, and I feel like kind of claustrophobic with the way that it looks. I feel like the crowd is a little too close. But with a name like Celebrity, I think this album cover fits. We got the gang coming out of what looks like in a theater or an event center or something like that. which if you're like a celebrity going to like an award show or whatever, would be common for someone like a celebrity. And then, of course, the paparazzi and the photos being taken of them and screaming fans. It matches the title celebrity. The last 2 album covers, we had Justin in the forefront in the middle. And I don't know if that was on purpose, like they knew that he was the rising star in the band. Maybe it was, I don't know. I don't like this album cover as much as the last one for some reason, just because it looks a little awkward to me. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Now, Nsync has yet to release any more material, although they seem to have gotten back together in a sense. They recorded like a couple of songs, which is cool that they did that, but it would be cool if they released an actual album. But Justin Timberlake, you know, him with his solo act, he keeps himself busy, so who knows what will happen. Anyways, guys, pretty quick video. That's my rating. Tune in next time where I'll be doing a different rating. In the comment section, I would like to know your ratings of the album covers of Nsync, and please let me know if there's a band you would like me to do an album cover rating. Sing in harmony, live in harmony, that's a slogan, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.